Hi, welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. In today's episode, this is episode 20 of Dephemerember. We're going to do snow and cigarette card or tea card. So I Googled the image for a tea card and it was just basically greeting cards with teacups on them. So I'm not thinking that was what the intent is. And so I did look up cigarette card and I was just looking at the different images and it just looks like they're little photos. They're little cards maybe that came in cigarette packs. That they were collectibles. Looks like there's cars and people and flowers and just all kinds of different things. So I am just going to go with it. We're just going to go with it. Snow and a cigarette or tea card. And what I was thinking is we have this window here with Santa and we need a journaling card to go in here. So I'm going to set this aside, pull this page out and set it aside, and we're just going to kind of wing it. I don't think I have any truly vintage cigarette cards. I have calling cards. And I have people, and I have seed packs and coupons, but no actual cigarette card. So we're just going to go with it. We're just going to use our imaginations and create our own. So I'm going to set this aside also, set this aside also. Okay, so I found in my magazine cutouts this really pretty pink poinsettia, and I'm hoping that we'll do something and that pink poinsettia will be what's showing through that window. It's kind of what I'm thinking that I want to do. So I hope everybody's doing well today. I have to say, I am so grateful for all the new subscribers I've been able to that have joined me in the process of this series. It's very humbling. I'm very grateful. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with me. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for sticking with me. I know that sometimes I'm a little crazy and chaotic in my videos, just trying to feel like, I want to feel like I'm giving you good information and that I'm sharing with you and that you're able to learn something from me. I mean, the creative process is so personal and it's individual to each person. So like with the Snow Woman video that we did, you know, I just really was not crazy about that piece, and I'm not done with it. I haven't touched it yet. It's still in my art journal. But just the sharing process and stuff is you know, it makes me feel like kind of vulnerable to share some of those things with you. Like I like to kind of like know what I'm doing. This is what I was looking for, these images that have snow, but they're berries, and I wanted pink. And I couldn't remember if I had any that I'd stuck in here that were pink or not. Clearly, I'm not prepared for this video. Anyway, so, yeah, so, you know, to be vulnerable in the videos and stuff, and I think every video, I feel like it leaves me vulnerable because, you know, you don't know how people are going to react. You know, what they're going to say, or, you know, if people are going to be positive or negative regarding the content that gets put out. But I have to say, I'm very thrilled with the positivity and the positive response I've gotten, and it warms my heart, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And thank you for your continued support. It really means a lot to me. And I just wanted to take a minute and say thank you. So I know these are cut aparts, but I have a couple of these pads and I want to use this background. So what we'll do is figure out what size I want this, and then I'm going to cut it, you know, to size. I want this to fit in here. I mean, honestly, probably the full thing. No, the full thing won't fit, but that's okay. And then I don't want it super tall either. I want it to be more like a journaling card in here because I really want these little presents to peek out the top. I mean, we could move that, but this is a double pocket. So remember we did it as a double pocket. I did try to stick this in the front because I love this little guy, but he's hidden and I don't want to cut the tag down because it's been stitched. So there's that. And I could move this to a different pocket. I don't know, but I love that little squirrel in there. Okay, so what I'm thinking is we're gonna do something like this, and we're gonna do a little collage and maybe some pink on here. I'm gonna cut that down, so I'm gonna fiddle with this for a minute and then I'll come back. Okay, so what I've done here is I've just kind of cut this to size. I think that's about the size that I want. And then I made tiny little pencil marks, just real tiny. Hopefully you can see that at the top. So that gives me kind of like the width of the window at the top. And I could have done it at the bottom too. I mean, I could just, maybe we'll do that. We could just go like this and like this. So we know that that's the inside of our window. And then I want to put this kind of down here. So it'll go probably to about there. And then just mark that this is kind of where our window is. So I know that it's gonna be like from here to there. Let's get an actual ruler. And I'm just making really light lines so that I can erase them with no issue. And it's actually kind of not super easy, but that's okay because I wanna just kind of have an idea and of where that window is, so that way when we're putting that focal point, I want that to be like in the middle there, so it's gonna be, I hope that makes sense. I don't know if I'm explaining that very well, but anyway, that's kind of what I'm thinking. And then I can erase, when we're done we'll erase, but we have to back this on something too. So that other piece of that ledger paper, let's just go ahead and I'm gonna get this glued down. Wish I had pink thread in my sewing machine. That would be really pretty on this, but I don't. And I don't know if I'll sew it anyway. So I'm gonna get that glue all the way to those edges, not knowing if I'll end up sewing this or not. And get this glued to the ledger paper and then figure out how I want to embellish the front of the page, and I'll be back. Okay, so I have the ledger paper glued to the back, and I think I want to maybe stencil something on the back to kind of do some of that white space, but I think I want to do it in like a pink or something. This page is really pink. Really, really pink. Okay, and this I have kind of inked around the edges, and then I pulled out my Calico Collage words, and I have a few here, and I have poinsettia, and I kind of like that, festive, but then I have joy, and I was just thinking about this, and Andrea Robinson is a beautiful person, and she used to be on the news in Phoenix, and she did traffic, and she's just a very nice person. And yesterday, was it yesterday? No, it's Friday, excuse me, Friday. I listened to a live that she had done on Facebook, and it was about joy and what joy is, and that you can experience joy in times of grief. You can experience joy in times of sadness or anger or hurt or whatever, that it is not exclusive just to being happy, and that you kind of have to choose joy. And but I wrote down something that she said, and so she says gratitude is the breeding ground of joy, and I thought, gosh, that is so true. It really struck me, so I wrote it down, and I just somehow want to incorporate that on this card, even if I just write it on the back. It was such a powerful message, and it really touched my heart, and I was having some struggles on Friday, and I just thought, oh, I was just meant to hear her message on Friday. It was so good, and I was just so glad that it popped up. So that's not something that I would normally have listened to or would have heard or whatever. I don't typically watch any of the suggested videos or whatever that pop up on my Facebook page. And because normally I'm watching YouTube. And anyway, but it was just such a good message that I was so glad that I heard it and that I caught it. And it just, like I said, it really spoke to me. So I would really like to make that a part of this piece. So I'm just kind of pilfering around in my scraps here. I really just need to throw these away. I just keep coming back to them and back to them and back to them. And then I'll find a little piece like this is like an index page out of a gardening book. So because I just wanted a little bit of something, kind of just to have a little bit of interest here. Maybe have that come, you know, across here, just for a little collage. And then this, but I think it needs something else. What about something like that just down the edge is kind of fun. But anyway, so yeah, anyway, it was just a really great video. Snow, let's see. I can do a little bit of ribbon for a little bit of shiny on there. Don't know what I'm gonna do for snow. Oh, that would be pretty matted behind that. For some sparkle, let's do it. I don't know where my glitter tool is. You know, I have lost that roll of glitter tool so many times in the filming of this series. I just literally keep throwing it somewhere. Ha! I put it away. I actually put it away. Okay, that's too heavy. It's why I'm switching gears here. But anyway, oh, we could put that just over that picture and it would look like snow on top of those poinsettias. Well, do we want to do that? I think I do. So what I'm going to have to do is glue this just to hold it and let the glue dry so that I can stitch around it. Or we could do it over the entire card. I don't know. You guys probably can't see that, can you? I don't know if that glitter is coming through. Okay. All right. I'm going to mess with it some more. Okay. Well, in a last minute decision, literally, when I got to this corner with my sewing machine, I was like, oh, we need some lace to stick out of the pocket. So I found some pink lace and just stitched it on there as I finished stitching across the top of this. Hopefully it was a good decision because it's stitched on there. And so we'll see what it's going to look like. Oh, and you know what I still need to do also is I need to glue lace down the original pages of the book because I have not done that yet. See what I mean? It was literally last minute, or I would have had all this tulle trimmed out of the way to not risk cutting the lace. But that's okay. If I'm careful, I think I'll be all right. I hope. But anyway, I was just like, you know what? I'm going to go with it. I said it needed something across the top there. Right? Okay. So there's that, and there's that. So we have our snowy background with the glitter tool. We have our poinsettia, which is going to act as our cigarette card, our picture. And so now we have a journaling card for this pocket. And somebody can tell me if I misinterpreted the cigarette card. I'm okay with that because I genuinely don't know. Like I said, I looked it up, but it looks like it's just pictures. But we need something like right here. So let me see what I've got. Okay, so I'll show you what I did. I've got this little piece of applique, and I got this eyelash trim. And so I just put the eyelash trim under the applique. Uh-oh, I'm losing beads. That's okay. For some interest. And just need a little bit touch more glue here. Anyway, so I just did that. So I have to let this dry. Excuse me. But I think it's going to fit in our pocket cute. And you guys know I didn't erase the pencil marks before I stitched the tulle down. Silly. All right, please fit. Yay. Okay, I was like worried because I didn't test it. Oh, now that's cute. I like it. It fits in there nice. hope you guys can see it. It's dark in here. Why is it so dark in here? I don't know if that makes a difference or not because it makes me shadow. Okay, so now we have our poinsettias in our window. So we have our faux cigarette card and we have our snowy background. And this little flower could be like a snowflake because it's all blingy and shiny and pretty. And then stitched across there, and I haven't done anything on the back, but I will. Like I said, I really want to type, but I want to write this very neatly, and I'm not going to do that on screen. So anyway, so that's going to go in there. So I think this page is actually done, and it's fun and it's interactive, and so it's going to go. It is going to go. I'm going to avalanche, you guys. I cleaned up my room. I really did. Oh, we have to stamp our date and do our prompt on there still too, don't we? Okay, Santa lay flat. All right, so it's just gonna fit in there like that. Okay guys, I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.